This is the first time I'm sharing this knowledge. I've only actually ever shared it internally with my team and with my wife. In this video, I'm going to do my very best to share with you what I think is the missing link, the link between what you want and what you're presently doing. If you are the sort of person who knows there's more to life than the way things are going right now, if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling unsure of where to go and what to do, this missing link that I'm going to share with you today could be the answer. The missing link, the thing you need to know to have a better life, it's a simple word. It's purpose. And I'm going to show you today how to get purpose, how to find it, and if you have it, how to apply it to your life so that you can actually go for your dreams. Figure out what your dream is and make it happen. I'm also going to provide you with two things at the end of this video that will really help you. But you have to apply yourself, and if you can't, I've got some bad news. You're probably not going to make it, and that's going to make a lot of people happy. Don't let that happen. There are three ways to find your purpose, and I'm going to explain them to you now. Of course, some people are lucky enough to be born with it. If you're born with purpose, you are winning. Most people, though, even if they're born with it, often end up getting distracted by the system. Your parents will perhaps tell you that being a Twitch streamer isn't a good idea, or an artist can't make you the money that they expect you to make. You have to learn, if you have this instinctual purpose, tell them to keep focusing on your craft. If the school system tells you you've got a D in something and you're meant to do it more to get an A, tell them to off. Focus hard on the thing that you love, your purpose, and get good at it. Stay on it. Don't let anyone distract you. It's there in you. If you think you're meant to be a singer and someone tells you you can't sing, them. Art is all in what people perceive. And if you believe, they believe. Your sound might be unique. Don't let anyone tell you you can't do anything. I get told every single day that I shouldn't be encouraging people to follow their dreams because it's not possible. Them. Make sure you focus in on what matters if you've got this initial core purpose in you. Now, a lot of people, including me, I was not born with purpose. I found purpose through pain. And this is the second way that you will find purpose. You sometimes have to discover your pain. So that requires life experience. And this might be where you just say to yourself, enjoy life, build on your skills, and your purpose will find you. But I realized that my purpose was in the pain I had when I was 15 years old. I was kicked out of home. I was on the streets. I couldn't get a job. I couldn't get any social support. I had no choice. I didn't want to be an entrepreneur. I didn't know what entrepreneurship was. I had to become an entrepreneur because I couldn't earn money to survive any other way. And I tried begging and it didn't work. I tried everything except starting a business. But it was starting a business that set me free. That's a whole different story for another day. But what I'm trying to explain here is that I then realized at 40, when I sold Fluid and my other companies and retired, that actually my purpose in life was to help that 15-year-old me. To help that 15-year-old me learn things to have a better life that school deliberately, in my opinion, didn't teach me, and that my parents didn't know to teach me. And so I realized that. However, when I look back at my life, what's interesting is, although I wasn't helping the 15-year-old me by building an agency and helping a brand, when I changed my agency purpose to helping the people in that company have a better life, I kind of was. I was helping the 21-year-old Helen have a better life by making sure she was paid properly and treated right. So although I didn't recognize my purpose was there all along, I did know it. And at 40, when I finally was financially free, then I was able to really reflect on what my purpose was, and it was to help the 15-year-old me. Now, you might be 22, you might be 32 listening to this video. It doesn't really matter. I want to go and help that person who needs the knowledge for free right now. No catch now. So what's your pain is the second way that you can discover your purpose. Now, it might be, I've got a big pain. It could be a small pain. That pain could be someone stole your car parking space and there's nothing you can do about it. So maybe you come up with an app that makes sure that never happens again and people have reserved that space as they're reversing into it. And if someone steals it, it records them and puts the video up that goes viral. It could be fun and it can solve a small pain point, but it's a pain point you felt because pain makes you pay attention. People will tell you it's because you pay attention. That's not true. If you're still in this video right now and you're going to stay to the end, then you're here because you've got pain. I haven't charged you, but you're here. The people that are selling courses will tell you, if you pay attention. They say that to you, so you pay them to pay attention, but it's not true. There's plenty of people that have paid for gym membership and don't go to the gym. It's pain that makes you pay attention. And in pain is your purpose. Now, if you haven't got your purpose when you're born, you don't have pain to find your purpose, there is a third way that you can find purpose. The third way to find your purpose, if it's not naturally in you and you have no pain right now that you can reflect on and apply your superpowers to it, your skills to it, the third way is to hang out with people with purpose. The fact that you're hanging out here with me in this video, you're going to start to feel it. Now, we're not sitting next to each other. You're not involved in my day-to-day operations of what I'm doing. But if you were, you'd be infected. An infection of purpose is another way to go about it. Maybe you believe in someone's purpose out there. Maybe someone's doing something that you respect, something that you can also help with. Because purpose can also come from a tribalism mechanism in our brain. As a tribe, we used to live in groups of 5,000. Perhaps if you were part of a 5,000 people army that had a purpose that actually appealed to you, that purpose would become part of your being, would become part of your DNA. And if you do it, if you apply it, you're not going to wake up tired anymore. You're going to wake up energized. You're going to start eating properly because you want to be around to see this purpose through. You're going to sleep properly because it's important to look after your mental health. And you're going to hang out with people that are all on the same page as you. So less division. The world is full of systems trying to divide you, from political parties to even fun things like football teams. It's all designed to divide you. But if you have a purpose and you can align with people that have purpose, you feel part of something. You feel driven. You care. And your life gets better. Now, as I tell you how to find purpose in the 3 ways I've just described, there are now things happening in your brain that are going to stop you. We call them limiting beliefs, self-sabotage, but there are 7 things likely happening in your brain that are stopping you from following this knowledge. And I'm going to break them down now. And if you recognize them, then you need to delete this programming. Okay? Number 1, I don't have time. If you're saying you don't have time to watch this video, to apply these things, to go seek purpose, think about your pain, then you have a serious problem. There's a quote I love. I don't have 20 minutes to meditate. Then you should be giving it an hour. You need to stop. You need to get off the treadmill. You need to come out of fight or flight. You need to find time to apply the foundation to your future. If you don't find the time, you are literally building a house on a piece of shit. You've got to take time out. And time is just an excuse, because I'm pretty sure you find time to go to the toilet when you need to go. I'm pretty sure you find time to stuff your face. You need to stop eating so much and maybe use that time to put in things like purpose in your life. You need to maybe just take a moment to realize that this I don't have time thing, real translation is, I don't have the energy. And ironically, if you have purpose, you'll find energy. This is a loop you need to get out of. So if this is you, delete this programming. Number 2, I'm trapped. If you're telling yourself you can't do it because you've got a job that takes up your time, or you've got responsibilities, which means you can't not be focused on making money, then you have a real problem. A trap is often what your subconscious tells your conscious brain. You probably, when you were younger, have been panicked without even realizing it. Maybe your parents struggled. You're just copying whatever it is that they did when you were young. They maybe told you of their hardship, or maybe you saw your dad or your mum working long hours all the time. Kids don't do what you say, they do what you do, and you are a product of this problem. Being trapped is exactly how I felt at 15 years old. I felt I was trapped into homelessness. Now, I was only homeless for 8 weeks, but during those 8 weeks, I didn't know it was going to be only 8 weeks. I felt total despair. And it wasn't until I reset myself and realized I had an option called entrepreneurship, and I didn't need to wait for social services to help me be untrapped, or maybe my mother to be kind to me and let me back to be untrapped. I realized I could take control of being untrapped. Not wait for someone to give me a job, but create one for myself. And it starts in the mind. It often starts with you thinking if you're lucky or you're not lucky. If you think you're lucky, and I even thought back then I was lucky. Wow, I'm homeless, but I'm having this experience. Weirdly, I still felt I was lucky. You need to flip the switch so you feel that you're lucky. And when you're lucky, you're not trapped. You're having an experience right now which you are controlling, and that's how you turn it around. Do not let yourself feel trapped. Do not believe that you're trapped. Believe that you're on a journey, that everything is a step-by-step process. And wherever you are right now, you can get where you want to be. You're not trapped. You're having an experience. You're going to work out a formula. You're going to find purpose, and you're going to get out of this trap. Do not stop yourself by saying you're trapped. It's just a temporary state that you can change, even if you are trapped. Number 3 on the list that's going through your mind right now is I don't need it. The problem I see for a lot of people today is they're trapped in the middle class environment. This is typically called Stockholm Syndrome. You can literally be a prisoner of someone and feel like, this is all right, doesn't matter so much. If you've ever watched movies like Shawshank Redemption, in that movie, someone's been in prison 50 years. When he gets out, he doesn't need it. He doesn't need freedom. He doesn't know what freedom really is. And when he gets out, he's scared of freedom. That's literally what's happening to you right now if you don't need it. You've forgotten how amazing life is, how big the world is, how many options there are, how many different flavors of strawberries there are. You know, you literally don't know what you don't know. You think you don't need it, but you don't know how crazy and brilliant the world is, how many options there are for you. You do need it. You have one life. And what you don't want to do is find out when you're 90 all these things you didn't do, because we only regret what we don't do. You need to wake up. You do need it. You do. You need to maybe leave your hometown. You need to go and experience the world. You need to see what's out there, because I promise you, I don't care who you are. And I'm a very successful person today. I still need it. I want to see more. I want to know what it's like on every level. I'm doing things like content today that initially I was very uncomfortable doing. I wanted to know what it was like to make content and help people just like you. I want to always need it. And I want you to delete this from your mind. If you think you're comfortable, then you're going to get weaker. Your life over time is going to get harder. Again, delete this programming. Don't let it stop you if this is you. The 4th thing going through your mind is I don't know what to do. Now this is very common. And when I was 15 years old, I didn't know I wanted to start a gardening company because I didn't want to do something. I needed to do it. And that's the frame of mind you need to get to. Now, one way you can find out what it is you're meant to do is what I just described earlier in the 3 steps to find purpose. It's a journey, and purpose can evolve. It's not a stagnant thing. But if you don't know what to do, that's what's happening in your brain right now, then start doing everything. Start applying yourself. Everything you think you don't want to do, try it. Find out what you really need and what you really like and what you're really good at. And sometimes if you don't know what, you can just start with doing what you like. And if you know what you like to do, it's probably what you should be doing more of. So if you don't know what, go and find out. Go travel the world. Yes, as soon as I tell you that, you're like, I don't have money. You do. The world is full of money. It's all out there for you to have. You just need to apply yourself and it's yours. If you don't know what it is, it's stopping you from actually finding out what it is. Again, let us say it again and again. You need to remove this programming. Don't think about, oh, I don't know what my big idea is. Oh, I don't know what I'm supposed to do to make it all happen. Just start. I just started a gardening company. Now I run a tech business and I make content to help you. It doesn't have to be the end destination where you start, but to find out what you want, you need to start. The next thing probably going through your mind is I don't know how. Now this is a big problem because how today, you're living in one of the most exciting times in history, is all available online. Now I know you think you can't learn everything online, but it's not true. Now I'm not a fan of people paying for courses, but there are some courses out there that are valuable. We on my channel give all the knowledge for free, but there is stuff out there that you can pay for to get knowledge, but there's so much free stuff as well. If you're saying to yourself you don't know how, please tell the truth. You can't be bothered. That's what you really mean. For some reason, maybe it's your upbringing, maybe it's you're too comfortable, maybe it's all the things I just talked about. You're just lazy. Because if you don't know how, it's all learnable and it's easy. Building your own business, how is easy. Do is hard. Don't get me wrong. Working for someone else is also hard. Hard out there. But not knowing how to do it is just a lazy person talking. It's all there for free. If you want to watch my videos, the other videos I put out, you'll learn it all. It's not that hard. We're not geniuses, us entrepreneurs. Most entrepreneurs are below average IQ because we hire the people that are smart. We're smart enough to know that, right? And we go and learn the that other people don't want to learn because we're dumb. So be dumb. Maybe you're too smart. That could be your problem. I play golf now, but if you've ever played any sort of sport, how did you learn to do it? Did someone sit down and tell you how to play football? You go and do it. Go and do it. How do you play football? Well, there's a combination of your own style and techniques that other people have done that you can learn from. And of course, good practice. But most things on how to do them are just doing them. That's it. So that's stopping you right now. You're a lazy son of a... Number 6 going through your mind right now is a worry about what they think. Now this is very natural in us. It goes back to our tribal times when we used to live in tribes of 5,000 people and we would worry about someone in that tribe not liking us. Now this is normal. This is our natural baseline instinct, our factory setting. But in this day and age, it's quite a dangerous instinct. So you have to start thinking, it doesn't matter what they think of you today. It doesn't matter what they think of you tomorrow. It matters what you think about yourself. Now, when I first started this channel 5 years ago, people all said I was a scammer, that I was only doing this to make money out of you. It's not true. I proved it's not true. But there was a period where I didn't like doing it. I almost stopped making all the content because I didn't like the idea that people didn't like me. And I realized it was that tribal instinct that in today's age isn't needed. You only need to focus on the people that care about you and that actually matter. Now, if they aren't on your side, that's different to I worry about what they think. Of course, it's important to care about what the people that you care about think. But it's also important for you to educate them so they understand what you're doing, so they think positively about you. And if they're not thinking positively about you after that, then cut them out of your life because they're going to hold you back. And then beyond that, let's say you make a video today and you post it and someone doesn't like it. The instinct for you is, oh, I don't like that feeling because we're tribal and we used to live in tribes of 5,000, but we don't live like that anymore. You have to evolve. You have to understand that that person that's saying something negative about you is probably actually jealous of you. You need to reset what actually matters and almost fight against your natural programming that's got us this far, because what got you here as a human being won't get you there. You have to reset and realize it only matters what people think that are close to you and whose opinions you respect. If you take advice from someone, you're likely to have their life. So perhaps only give a about the people whose lives you want, not the lives you don't want. Break free of this old setting in our human DNA and realize no one gives a actually. Most people will be jealous of you if you go out there and do it. So just enjoy that. Any hate you get, I get a lot of hate myself, embrace it. I even like the haters' comments sometimes just to say thank you. Thank you for looking up to me or actually enjoying my content or helping this content go viral. You can almost turn that negative into a positive because it doesn't matter. What matters is you're doing something you love every day, hopefully having an impact in the world, feeling purposeful. The final thing I see psychologically that people do to stop themselves living a purposeful, fun life is they've done it before and it didn't work. Your past experience can sometimes be your biggest hindrance to actually having a great life. The example I'll use is I started many businesses that failed. So does that mean I shouldn't do a startup? That mean I shouldn't do a business? A lot of people do learn a lesson that way. They'll hear things like 90% of businesses fail in the first year. Oh my God, by the way, that's a lie. If anyone's ever told you 90% of businesses fail in the first year, they have lied to your face. They've repeated something that's not true. 23% of businesses fail in the first year, 64% of businesses fail in the first 3 years. Both my businesses fell into these stats and I still made lots of money before they failed. They don't know the nuance or they've heard some. And what I'm trying to teach you here is if you tried before and you failed, you have a competitive advantage, but only if you go again. If you fall off the horse and you don't get back on the horse, you're going to be scared of a horse for the rest of your life. And without taking the metaphor too far, horses are cool, you know? You gotta realize how the system is working against you. The system wants you to work for someone else. The school system was developed by Henry Ford and Carnegie to get you to work for them. They said it. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's what they said. Sit down, shut up, turn up at 9, go home at 4, do what you're told. Here, read this book. Don't think for yourself. Don't learn how money works. Then you won't work for us for an hourly pay anymore, right? And it's not conspiracy theory. This is actually written in the history books. They said they built the system to get you to work for them, go on one holiday a year, be able to buy a car, but turn back up at the factory on Monday. So just be aware of it and understand that programming you've had from a young age also really wants you to focus on, don't do it again, you failed, don't do that again. Again, if that's happened to you, it's your duty to go again. Now, if you've got this far into the video, I actually think you're going to make it, because persistence is really the key to also following through on a lot of this stuff. So I commend you. And to say well done, I'm putting 2 things down below that will help you. One is a worksheet that I use for myself and my team to help find purpose. The second thing is my book notes from the book, comments and extra content that Penguin wouldn't let me put into the book that I know are going to be useful to you. And it's down below for free. So now you know the missing link is purpose, and you know potentially how to find your purpose, and then what might be stopping you psychologically from going ahead and following through on all this. But I have written a book that explains all of this and more. I actually go into what is a dream, what is the difference between a dream and a purpose. This is the next step. But I'm not here to sell you a book. I want this book to be useful to those that want to follow through on their dream. Hence, I'm only starting to promote the book at the end of the video to someone I know that's going to follow through. Someone like you. And all the proceeds from this book, I'm using to pay people to make this video, pay people well, to build infrastructure like helpbank.com to give you a community for free to help you do what you love every single day, and then to fund people's dreams. Perhaps someone like you that will pitch to my doorbell and need some help financially, or perhaps I'll bump into you in the street and be able to help you by promoting your dream on my channel and funding it. If you got any value from this video, please also think about buying the book for someone else. It would mean a lot to me. It's not a prerequisite. All of this knowledge is free, but it helps us with our mission to help people do what they love. And I want you to do what you love. Well done getting this far. I hope the notes down below are useful to you. I'm off to have some chicken now. You rock. Enjoy your life.